And we are live. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 2 of Creatia Comics, formerly Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. We're talking all comic book shows now, not just the Arrowverse that no longer exists. I am your host, Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined here as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How are you today, Mara?
I'm good. Getting hungry, but how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been an interesting day, but not a bad one.
I hope that's good.
Yeah, it's not really good or bad. It was just, oh, that was a thing. Okay, that's all.
All right.
Anything
I'll
new?
take
What
that.
you been up to? Anything funny happen? Your offspring do anything annoying?
Mm, no, but she got hurt at school.
How she get hurt? Who asked I need to whoop?
Her and a bunch of kids were going down the slide at recess, and someone's foot came in contact with her face.
Someone. What is this kid's name and address?
I've been trying to figure it out for about 36 hours now.
Hmm.
Realistically, it's only been 24, but yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, we're not here to talk about how Luna took a foot to the face. We are here to talk about a couple of comic book shows, in the comic book world. So let's do that.
Let's get into it. We
Yeah, we
still
got
have,
She-Hulk and Stargirl this week. So I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say the same exact thing. So,
Oh, okay. Well, where did you want to start?
um, let's start with Stargirl since I
Okay.
watched that one first.
Okay. Well, this episode of Stargirl was called what?
Frenemies, the evidence.
Evidence.
The more and more I watch this season, the more and more it feels like the CW is trying to replace Nancy Drew. It just feels like Nancy Drew with some superhero aspects to it.
Hmm. I'd have to take your word for it. I never watched Nancy Drew.
Me neither. It's just I know she's a detective. It used to be a book series,
Okay.
um, but about a teenage detective.
Yeah, I knew that, but I never read it, but I knew it existed. Um,
Same.
yeah. So yeah, this episode kicks off. Baby Icicle is alone, just looking around in the room.
Cameron.
Yeah, him. Just looking around the room, being all, dark and gloomy, and walks up looking at some snow globes, ends up freezing one with a little blonde girl in it. I guess that's like representing Courtney to him or some shit. I don't know. Freeze it, like it hurts his hand, so he drops it and it breaks and shatters, and it's just like, oh,
It's so ominous.
yeah. So then here come his grandparents, like, it takes time, you're gonna learn, and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, across town, wait, I gotta do the Super Friends voice. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, um,
Need to get a
staff,
graphic for that.
huh?
Need to get a graphic for that.
I probably should, yeah. Um, the staff like wakes Courtney up, like, "Hey, get your ass up," and basically drags her away to go to Sylvester. He's alive, which is good. He's alive. He's just all fucked up. Like he's not okay at all.
He got lucky
Yeah, yeah,
because the staff.
yeah. They explain that later. Basically, what happened is the staff has been he like absorbed the cosmic energy of the staff into himself, and it's kind of been rejuvenating him this whole time, and that's how he was able to eventually come back to life. Um,
That's crazy. I want to be imbued by a cosmic staff.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Come back like, gotcha, bitch.
Right. So they take him back to the hospital, and Beth's mother's basically covering it all up for him and said like he was in a hit and run. They're like, bad idea. Now everybody's looking for the car. And she's just like, oh, well, what should I have said? She was like, what was Courtney's thing?
She said hit a tree,
she
and
hit a
I was,
tree. Yeah.
and even I was just like, I don't think that's a better suggestion, because that just sounds crazy. How did you hit a tree?
Because she's a bad driver.
Oh, like in a car?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they meant like his body hit a tree. And I was just like, what the fuck? How would you possibly explain his body randomly hit a tree?
No. She was talking about a car accident. They did that in season 1, I think.
Yeah, to explain Courtney, I think she broke her arm or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when her and Cindy had gotten into a fight in the gym.
Okay. Yeah, so also we see Yolanda at home, and she's like, she still got it rough at the house. Her mama's still just the worst.
See you next Thursday. Like, I understand that it's rough because, Padre lost his job and they're selling the house. But you ain't got to be an asshole to your daughter every time you interact with her.
I mean, she was like that before he lost his job, though. Like, that's
no,
the
I
thing.
know, but
It's
even
just
still,
like I bet you've been telling everyone, like, no, I didn't. Why would I do that? Like, it's just
whose business is it to know that, Mom?
And that was literally what she said. Like, no, it's nobody's business. But even so, like, why would you assume that she did that? Like, the worst. So Sylvester wakes up in the hospital. He didn't see who took him out. The original Dr. Midnight ends up showing up there. He's just like, hey.
He scans him and all that stuff.
Check you out and shit. Yeah.
And that's when he tells him about the whole staff.
Yeah. About the staff. And like he was imbued with the cosmic energy. Yeah. Then we got the JSA, the kids playing detective back at the scene of the crime, trying to just check everything out. Like we can't find nothing. But then Beth, they're like, oh, the glasses found something. The goggles found a single skin cell, just one cell. Like all that cleanup, and they left one cell, single solitary cell. So they collect it. I don't know how you collect a cell, but you do.
Tape.
Yeah, but don't you also collect other stuff when you do that? I don't know. Okay.
Very selective tape.
I don't know. Yeah, cell tape. Like,
trying to offer suggestions.
Yeah. I don't know. So then we got Pat giving Sylvester a pep talk because Pat's being all down on himself because he's a piece of shit.
You mean Sylvester?
I'm sorry. What did I say?
It's Pat.
Yeah, Pat giving Sylvester a pep talk.
Yeah, but you said Pat was being hard on himself.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, Sylvester.
I was like, Pat's living right now. He's chilling.
Yeah, you're right. I screwed that up. Then upon analysis, they do like, oh, I've seen this cell before.
It's the Dragon King.
The Dragon King, nigga that stole my name.
He's like hundreds of years old though, so technically didn't you steal his?
No. He looked into the future and saw me and said, I'm stealing his name.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Picky colonialism.
I mean, he's Asian, so.
Oh, true. But didn't they take over places though?
Depends on which Asian you're referring to.
This is true, because that we also don't know. Do we know what he is?
Probably, but I don't remember.
I have to look that up.
Mm-hmm. But then we got Mike and friend. What's Mike's friend's name? With the dude that got the pen? Do you know?
It's something with a J. Hold on, I have it written down. I thought I had it written down. Jakeem.
Okay.
Jakeem. Jakeem.
M as in Mary? Okay. Jakeem. So Mike and Jakeem are doing dumb shit with the pen, and now there's keys everywhere because
Oh, they were trying to get the keys to Stripe that Pat hid, and they didn't ask specifically enough.
yeah, yeah, because they didn't think to wish out well like they should have. Yeah.
He's a Japanese scientist.
So these Japanese, yeah, they did some colonizing. Um, there was a whole war behind it. Anyway,
Colonization of Korea.
let's see. So then we got Barbara. She's doing her presentation, and her new manager is being very nice and supportive now because he's terrified of Paula. Um, she returns to her office, and Paula is in there waiting for her. She's just like, how is everything? And,
I
your
was like,
manager
how is
being
this
nice
not
enough.
suspicious to you?
It probably is suspicious, but you don't look a gift forcing them out, But
She gives her a stuffed raccoon as a gift.
yeah, I didn't know taxidermy was,
A hobby.
yeah.
Mm,
But yeah, here you go.
someone's got to do it.
Taxidermy trash panda. There you go.
I don't know if I'd want that. I think I'd rather just have the actual trash panda.
I don't think Barbara wanted it either. Like that's why she was just like, "What the hell?" And then we got Pat and Sylvester. They're in the basement watching the Clint Eastwood movie, and Sportsmaster shows up because the door still isn't locked. Because what the hell?
He was like, the door was open.
Like, why don't y'all lock your fucking door? Like,
Pat's about to put a smart lock on the front door. I can tell it.
something. Because
I can feel it. Something he can do from his phone.
yeah. So then
Courtney checks in on Cameron.
yeah, he wants to give up art. He's like, I can't do it no more. And they're going back and forth, and then he eventually just goes all icy and covers the whole room, like right in front of her, and it's just everywhere. And he's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Blah 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 blah. She's fine, of course, but
She's fine. She's not shook. He gets confused as to why she's so calm.
yeah, like, how are you not afraid right now? She's like, she can't be like, well, because I'm Stargirl. Yeah, you just be like, just change the subject. um, then Sylvester, he gets a new Starman suit from Pat, or maybe it was the old suit. No, Courtney like modified the old suit, right? So he
Yeah.
got a new suit.
Oh, okay. True, she did, I think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he got his suit back.
I think Pat made him another one because Pat can just do everything.
Right, adjusted so that it fits better. It has been some time.
Yeah. And Courtney's like talking to Cameron. He's just like, I can't do this, blah blah blah. And she's just like, yo, you used to express yourself with your art. Why don't you do it now with your little icy powers and shit? And he ends up just making it snow. And then they had that cheesy kiss into the music moment.
That kiss looks so awkward.
Well, teenagers are awkward.
I don't know if it was just like the way that they were they slow-moed it, because it just felt like it was taking forever for their faces to touch, and I was just like, I want this to be over. Like, hurry up.
Wrap it up.
Get it moving. And I was like, this is gonna be messy.
Yeah.
Because eventually he's gonna figure out that she killed his dad and all that other shit.
Yeah. Then we check in on our friend Cindy, and we realize Cindy is now growing scales.
So now I'm just like, was it her scale that they found there? They're singular.
Probably, but I still don't think she did it.
I don't think she did it, but I'm saying, like, the scale that they found, were they positive that it was the Dragon King's, or how do we not know it wasn't hers?
Yeah, that's
It
what I'm
just
saying.
fell off.
That's what I'm saying. I think it probably was hers. They didn't say
Okay.
like, oh, this matches Dragon King's DNA. It just Dr. Midnight was like, I've seen this cell before from the Dragon King, So
Oh, he scanned it and said that.
mhm.
I was watching this at like 8 in the morning, so
Yeah, it was just a single cell that they found. It wasn't a whole scale. So it was just
gotcha.
like I've seen this before. It was, it belonged to the Dragon King. So that's why they came to that conclusion.
The Dragon King.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Stargirl.
I feel like Cindy's trying to figure a way to stop it or
Yeah,
reverse it.
that's probably part of it.
I wonder if this will be like the segue into Dragon King actually showing up. He'd be like, I can help you.
Yeah. That wouldn't
But you gotta
surprise me.
stop helping them.
I was thinking because they're doing that crossover with, like we found out with Titans and with Doom Patrol, that might be how they end up getting on, with Doom Patrol going to that Professor Doctor Dude or whatever his name is. That's that helps all those characters on Doom Patrol.
The robot?
No.
Oh.
I mean, the robot is on Doom Patrol, but he's not the person I'm
Yes.
referring to. He's not the.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just shooting the shit in the dark.
I know.
I'll get on it. I heard better things about it, but then I don't really also hear a lot about it. So
That's because a lot of people haven't seen it. That's all.
But Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Titans is a bomb ass show.
Cannot wait.
Yeah. But yeah, we can move on to She-Hulk. This episode was
6.
called
Just Jen.
Just Jen. Okay. So this episode kicks off with her getting a invitation to be a bridesmaid. That was a lot. Is that normal?
How many of them were there?
No, I'm talking about the actual invite itself with the box and all the crazy shit happening when she opened it and all that. Is that typical?
Oh, no. Mine was
Okay.
a lovely little scratch off card.
Okay.
With a bracelet.
Okay.
Was there a bracelet?
I didn't know.
Or am I making that up?
I wasn't there.
I don't remember. I hope Marielle's not watching. Oh, I'm mad I just named her. I hope she's not watching this and she'll see what I forgot. I'm so sorry.
So her and Nikki are helping to get.
I want to do that to someone so bad. I want to do this to someone so bad. I want someone to irk my soul so bad, and I know their address that I just send them not confetti, glitter.
Yeah. I almost sent a glitter bomb to my sister when she moved into her new house.
Would never.
I almost did it. Worth it.
Sorry.
For context, we're not going to just have dicks up there. It's normal for some people to get a box of dicks for invite. Yeah.
That is quite a giving bride to her bridal party.
A whole bag of them. A whole box of them.
I'd hope they'd be still attached to people, not just severed dicks.
Are they really useful at that point?
If they're severed?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
There's no longer blood flowing to them, and
that's what I'm saying. I hope they're not severed. Wow, we started talking about dicks and we doubled in viewers. That's crazy.
That's funny. That is funny.
I just had to point that out.
Oh man. But anyway, they're talking about her dress and all that kind of stuff. There's a back and forth there and whatever. she's gonna be she's gonna like, oh, you're gonna look great in this dress, blah blah blah. So she shows up, all She-Hulked out, walking in, and all the other bridesmaids and everything like, oh my god, rah, 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 rah. And they're all
Jen.
happy about it. But the bride was it Lulu? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah, she was just like, I don't want you to be She-Hulk.
Welcome to the madness.
Oh man. Yeah. No idea how weird it can get in here. But anyway, I don't think there are any more dicks involved in this episode. Well, there's a person who's definitely a dick, but yeah, they were very very complimentary of She-Hulk's ass. They just like and Ludwig was like, yeah, everybody has an ass, blah 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 blah. But anyway, she was like, I don't want you to be She-Hulk while you're here. This is my special weekend, blah 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 blah. Well, special day because it's not on the weekend. It's a damn Josh. Oh, Josh does have a dick. Okay, I thought she said Josh is a dick. I'm like, no, he has. He does have one. I mean, we haven't seen it, so we don't know for sure. Maybe he doesn't. What if we find out he doesn't?
That's their choice.
What happens when we find out like he's just they get ready to sleep together?
Nothing.
She's like, oh, you don't have a dick. When did you
Nothing
become a Ken
choice,
doll? Are you not a real person? Like,
Not when did you become a Ken doll?
like what if he actually is like an android or some shit that doesn't have a dick? Yeah. They arrived Wednesday. Wedding was on Thursday. Anyway, so there's a divorce case happening back at the law firm. And let me just say, through this whole story, Nikki Ramos is killing it. Like, she's my favorite part of this whole thing. But it's with a guy called Mr. Immortal. Apparently, he just
That's his actual name.
Yeah. Apparently, he quote dots basically to avoid all conflict. So in order to get out of marriages, he like does random shit like walk into traffic and shit.
That's a superpower I wish I had.
Yeah, so technically he died, so that like alleviates him from commitments in his head. But like, though you're still walking around, you didn't die, So, so there's that. To the point where they start going off on him. He like just jumps out the window to end the conflict with them. And there was an important point brought up while I was watching this. So like, does he pay for that window because he broke it?
It should be part of his build hours.
Yeah. I had to catch myself for a second because I almost said the wrong name here, but Titania is at the wedding.
What'd you almost call her?
Tatiana.
They knew what they were doing with this name.
Well, the thing is with her too is just like that character's been around for a while, but the actor that plays Jen, her name is Tatiana. Like, so it's just like it throws me off. So it's, So then there's a whole more thing around the table, them talking the divorce stuff, and all the former wives are telling their stories and everything. They're like, "Joe, you really are a dick." Like,
that shit was crazy. All those exes.
Yeah.
He has a league of exes.
A whole, you're right, a league. Oh man. So there's also this thing that we find out about called intelligentsia, which is basically like, almost like a Reddit kind of thing. Yeah, unfortunately it is, but it also has all that anti-She-Hulk stuff where people are galvanized and try to figure out how to kill her. So
it's also a scary place to be.
Yeah. But yeah, we also find out Mr. Immortal like also just makes a bunch of fake identities because
his name is Mr. Immortal. Like, I had to assume that. I was hoping that was not his legal name.
Yeah. So back at the wedding, Jen's drunk. and she's just,
She meets a guy though.
yeah, she met Josh.
Yes.
Joshua.
I didn't catch that was his name. I was over here wondering who Josh was. And I was like, I'm not touch that
Josh.
one.
Joshua. Joshinson. There's a whole thing she goes through. Um, but while she's drunk, she runs outside and throws up and is then
Attacked.
attacked by Titania. Big ass kick to the face. And they fight. And the music that plays in the background from the wedding,
Is the
Ched
electric
hits the
slide.
electric slide. Because
Electric.
in the middle of that fight, well, at the end of the fight, basically, Titania falls down, busts her face open. She's like, my veneers, And that's the end of that because she slips on some ice and just falls flat on her face. Bride comes
I
in.
know
Oh,
she
go ahead.
was tight.
Yeah. Bride comes in and she's about to, everybody thinks she's going to lose her shit. But she doesn't. She's like, she hoax at my wedding. And yeah. Big sucker punch. Like she did big ass
It was
shit.
foul. Like, 'cause it was from the back too.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being mad and like just throwing up for being drunk, and then someone comes and punches you? I'd be
Yeah.
so.
I did like the moment though. She's sitting on the floor. She's like, "Why won't you go?" She hugs. She's like, "Oh, fine." And she tries to do it. She's like, "Oh, oops!" Like she couldn't do it at first. She's like, "Oh, I forgot how to do it." I think Mara froze. Frozen. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about the dog. Forgot all about Jonathan because she was told she was gonna walk down the aisle with Jonathan, and we saw Jonathan was this dog, this little bug-eyed Chihuahua thing with his tongue hanging out and shit. Funny as hell. Yep, looks like we completely lost Mara. I don't know what happened or what's gonna happen, but yeah, Mara's gone, so it's just me now. Lucky you. All right, let's see if we can get Mara back here. Let's see. Don't worry, I'm still here. Working on getting her back now. However, yeah, we kind of talked about this earlier, but at this point is when we find out about the anti-She-Hulk stuff on Intelligentsia. Um, got Mallory and Nikki are looking at it, and there's just oh shit. And Mallory's telling Nikki like, "Yo, don't tell Jen about this. It's only going to stress her out and all that. We need her to, be good and okay and all that kind of stuff." And immediately, what Nikki does is the exact opposite. She's in the car, actually, doesn't even like wait till she gets home. She calls Jen from the car. Okay. Mara has lost internet, people. So I guess it's just going to be me for the rest of the show. Luckily, it's not that much left. So, yeah, lots of death threats. Lots and lots of death threats. Big time death threats, like serious ones. Um, One thing is like we found out a little bit more about Mallory. Apparently, she's married and has a kid. So there's a thing. Um, yeah. So Mara's in and out. But what we'll do is I'm just going to get some last parting words from her. Basically, just find out who's winning, who's losing from her perspective, I guess. Um, let's see. All right. But yeah. Anyway, we go from the intelligentsia stuff to this thing where folks are in a lab and they're watching Jen. And there's a big ass needle, just a really big ass needle. And that's how we end the episode. Yes, yes. She seemed genuinely shocked. Um, let's see. But yeah, that was the end of She-Hulk. There was no post-credit scene once again, so I'm wondering whether they're going to bring those back. Yeah, it does seem like they're watching her everywhere. So we'll see what's going on with that. I'm interested to know. But let's see. I did ask Mara who she thought was winning and losing this week. She said She-Hulk was winning this week, Jen, and valid, valid. I mean, if you ask me, if I give a little thought, she's probably right. Um, want to give an honorable mention to Cameron though, because he kind of figured out some stuff with his powers and stuff. So that was good. But yeah, I agree. Jen's winning. She said Titania, not Tatiana. Titania is losing this week. Oh, yeah. That's a good one too. She had quite the week. Nikki had a very good week. Good input there. But yeah, Titania is definitely losing this week. She got her ass whooped. Her veneers got fucked up by her own just lost footing and slipping and falling. Yeah, that was it for her. So yeah, I agree. Titania's losing. But yeah, that'll be it for that. And guess that's a wrap for this week's episode of Creatia Comics. Do not forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at It's Creation World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not going to tell you how to spell world. If you don't know how to spell world, get a goddamn dictionary. Yes, the 20 seconds of meaningful eye contact were definitely a plus. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. Let's see. Don't forget to, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. But if not, you can find us there, youtube.com/Creatia World. If you're watching us live on Twitch, thank you very much for that as well. But, if you're not, look, you can catch us live, twitch.tv/Creatia World. And, throw us a subscription. We'd really appreciate that. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means if you link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, you can actually get one free subscription every month. Make Amazon give us money. Because if not, they just get to sit on that money. Give it. If you don't, if you don't give it to us, give it to somebody. We really appreciate you giving it to us, though. But use it. Don't let Amazon just sit on that money. Make them give it to somebody. Let's see. Patreon.com/Creatia World. We get all the extra fun goodies, the shows that happen monthly. We got the Return to Wrestling with me and Matt. If you're a wrestling fan, we also have me and Mara doing Multiverse. We're going through a lot of animated comic book movies, and we're talking about those. Next one we have coming up is Justice League Dark. So we'll be doing that soon. Also, this weekend and every weekend that, House of the Dragon is on, you can catch me, Mara, and the Warden Matt Ritter talking House of the Dragon on #TheMDragons live every Sunday night, usually about an hour and a half after the show is over. So if you watch it as soon as it gets posted, an hour and a half after that, no, I'm doing my math wrong. 2.5 hours after that is when we'll be live. So yeah. If you are a wrestling fan, though, you do like talking wrestling, though, there's also Smacking It Raw every Friday night. It's late as fuck, though. But a lot of people are up that late. So, if you're up 11 o'clock Central, catch Smacking It Raw live every Friday night. Believe that's everything. CreationWorld.com. Check us out there just to see everything that we're all about there. Think that'll be it. We'll catch y'all next time. Till then, we out.